Hello, my name is Alexis Bofferman, and I will be talking about CSS nth-child and nth-of-type pseudo class. The nth-of-type and nth-child selectors allow you to select one or more elements based on their source order according to a formula. They are defined as structural pseudo classes, meaning they are used to style content based on their relationship with parent and sibling elements. The nth-of-type n selector matches every element that is in the nth child of a particular type of its parent. N can be a number, a keyword, or a formula. The nth child n selector matches every element that is the child regardless of type of its parent. N can be a number, keyword, or a formula. The difference in between these two are that the nth child means select an element if. So it will select the element if it's a paragraph element or if it's the second child of a parent. So even though the nth child selector is used more commonly, it does have a lot more limitations. As of the nth-of-type it allows you to do more and to be more specific. So nth-of-type means select the second paragraph child of an element. Of a parent. Nth-of-type is, what's a good way to say it? Less conditional. It's less fragile and more useful in general. So now I'm going to go through some examples that I already prepared. So we can see the different ways that the nth-of-type and the nth-child can be used. So as you can see, I have already pre-written all of this, but for right now, let's just focus on the first list. So for this list, let's say that we want to change the color of every other item in the list. So for this, we would specify it with the nth-of-type, second, and then change the background color. So for example, if I were to change this color for yellow, it would switch. So it would select every other item on the list. Okay, and let's move on to the next example. For this one, I thought this one was really cool because so the only way that I knew or that I felt comfortable, for example, changing the background of, if I wanted to change the background of this second paragraph, then I would probably add a class. Let's name a question. Excuse me, I'm a little sick. And then I would probably name it here. And it will change it. But with the nth-of-type, we can be really specific still without having to add a class. So we take this off and we just add a P for paragraph and then nth-of-type, and we select the second paragraph, right? Because we want this one to have a pink background, and then we do background pink, and we'll do the same exact thing without having to add a class. Okay, so now we can also specify if we want to select the odds or the evens, which is really useful, and I'm really excited to start using this because like I mentioned before, I had no idea that this even existed, and it just makes life so much easier. So let's say we want the odd numbers on this section. It would probably select the ones, the rest of them, because it's not separated, and I pre-wrote them, but let's say that we want the odd numbers in the list to be pink. So it selects the first one, which is the odd number, and then this one, but don't pay attention to those yet. And then if you wanted to change something in the evens, then you can just add the word even in parentheses and just specify what you want to change for the evens. So I thought that was pretty cool. The next example is on the nth child. So like I mentioned before, the nth child is more commonly used, but it is more limiting. So for this one, let's say we want to change the color of the fourth of these articles, right? So it would change the color of 4 to purple. And if we wanted to change the second as well, oh, but it changes every other. So every 2, every 4th, every 6th. So it's not just a second or just a 4th. It changes every 4th or every 5th or whatever. So that's another cool trick. The next example that I got over here is with the nth child and the nth type. So it's pretty much to see what's a good option for you to use and what's not. Right here I've got a list of animals. It's a really short list: the bear and the dog. So for the first one, we did the nth child 2, and then the color, let's do blue. But it's not doing what you want it to do. What you really wanted to do is you wanted to change this one's color. So that's why using the nth child is not the best option. That's why you would want to use the nth-of-type, because you can be more specific with it. So if you say nth-of-type, P nth-of-type, and then you change the color, it would change the color of the second one, which is the one that you wanted to change. So these are the examples that I have. Please let me know if y'all have any questions, and I will try my best to answer them. We're all learning together, and I really enjoyed studying this topic and recording this little video for you guys. I hope that this is useful and that you can find some good skills from this video that you can add to your knowledge, and especially for the assignment this week. So good luck, and we'll keep in touch.